So we're gonna be implementing an image uploading functionality to Firebase. So let's go back to our application, and you can see this is a profile page that I created in the last video. So I'm gonna close all these tabs. So you close all like this. And now let's go fresh new. I suppose like you have a front end and you have a back end. So this is the front end and the back end files are here. And remember, my configuration is like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the profile page. You see this profile page right here. I want this image uploading functionality. So whenever I click on this logo, I want the option to be appearing, File Explorer, and then I could choose an image and then upload it. So the way we could do this is first find that page. Let's go there, and this is in the source. It's in the pages, and it's called it's not in the, yeah, it's in the pages, which is called Profile.jsx. Now, inside of this, we have to go to that form. So to see this form, and then inside this is the image. This is the image that's coming from the current user, and the current user is from the use state. So, and that's from React Redux. But over here, we have to now add the following. What we're going to do is we're going to say we need an image uploading functionality. The first thing what we need is an input type file. So equal to a file like that, and the accepting images, so image / asterisk. So this means that this thing would only accept images. So let's see how it looks like right now. So you can see right now this is there. You could actually upload any kind of file you want, and you see that one.png, but nothing's happening. So let's just fix all of this up. Let's go back here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here into the input tag, and over here what we have to do is we also need to not have it here, but I want to click the logo image here, and then this should trigger. So that's pretty simple. All we could do is you can see that this is the image, and what we want to do is we want to have a trigger here set. So the trigger is pretty simple to specify. We go to this image, and what we put is an on click. So I'm going to this image, and I'm going to put in an on click. So on click, and in the on click, we're going to say an event. All right, whenever the event is triggered, what you're going to do is you're going to essentially, okay, sorry. Let me do that again. So whenever the image is, triggered, so the on click is triggered here, we'll have this function, and over here we have file ref. Now file ref we need to import, so it's going to be called current and click. Now you have to import file ref. Now file ref is essentially going to come from, so you could use control and space, and you could see control and space file system writable. No, okay, it's not coming. So let me just update it up there. So it's called over here, and it's going to be import use ref from React. Now you could use file ref here. So use ref, and so we put here as the file reference. Now the thing is that we have to put that inside of this image field over here. So I could go and say the reference to this is file ref. Okay. And I could also say, okay, so essentially it's like this, file ref. And I could also say that it's hidden so that you can't see it. Now, this should work. So let's see. Oh, of course, we have some issues and I'm maybe not importing something. So let's go to the console. And you can see over here, file ref is not defined. So we have reference as file ref, and we put the file ref here, but it should be defined somewhere. Okay, so actually we import useRef from here, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it inside here, somewhere here. So I'm gonna call it as const, and we're gonna have file ref, and that is useRef, and that should be null. So essentially first you declare it, that's why it wasn't, and now it should work over here. So image and the input. All right, so this is the image, and then this is the input over here. Now let's see. Okay, so now this should be cleared. Okay, now if I click on this, yep, it works. So that's great. We have that, and you could see that it's triggered, and that input field is hidden. So that's great. I mean that that input type file is hidden. Great. So now that we have added this feature, we have to go now to the next part of this. And that's also pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to first, let's format document. You could just see that this is the file ref. We have the we also have to just trigger one thing, and that essentially is that we only need one image from it. Okay, and once we get only one image, we select it over there in the form, so right here. But at the moment, everything seems well. So form, class name, flex, and over here, like, we need to add one extra thing, which is setting the file to the first image selected, because it's going to prevent from you uploading multiple images. We just need the first one, right? And if somehow people upload more than one, it's only going to choose the first one. So we have to put that kind of condition. But at the moment, we'll have to just go to the Firebase, and let's just configure our settings. So firebase.google.com, and go to console, and you could see we have this MERN estate project, and remember this authentication that was being done. I'll go to the build, and you'll see over here what we have is storage. Click on storage, and over here we have to get started. Now you can see over here secure rules for storage cloud. After you define your data structure, secure rules for cloud storage, sorry. So it says after you define your data structure, you will need to write rules to secure your data. So we have start in production mode. We're going to start in production mode, and in production mode by default, allow read, write are false. So no one's able to read or write to this bucket. So we have to fix this. So your data is private by default. Client read write access will only be granted as specified by your security rules. So all third-party reads and writes will be denied. So let's go here. And after that, after you set this location, you cannot change it later. This location setting will also be the default location for Cloud Firestore. So this is the cloud storage location. We'll just keep it as NAM5, and this is the set cloud storage location. Let's go to the done, and now it's creating our default bucket. So this is the storage section where it's going to store our images online, and we're using this. It's pretty simple, really straight to the point. So we're basically going to get our Firebase storage ready, and then we're going to connect it to our client side. So just setting up security rules, and after that we're going to essentially we're going to go here. You can see now this is the thing over here. You can see that this is the URL. So you can just go here, and this is the Firebase storage. Okay, so you could actually upload files here as well. So let's see, if I just upload this t-shirt, you can see this is uploading, and it's 100% uploaded right there. But we don't want to upload it like that, right? We don't want it uploaded like that at all. We want it uploaded through our client side. So let's go to the rules, and in here, we have to change some of the rules. Guard your data with rules that define who has access to it and how it is structured. So over here we have this thing which is saying that, you know, allowed read write if false. So let's just fix this up, and let's allow everyone to access it. So what we're gonna say is allow read, and then we just delete this rest. So all of that, and just say allow read, and we say allow write, but there's a condition for write if the request, okay, if the request dot resource okay, so it's saying allow write if the request dot resource and dot size, this is not JavaScript, so is less than 2 megabytes. So to do 2 megabytes, I have to do 2 multiply 1024 kilobytes multiplied by 1024 kilobytes, and that's gonna sum up to 2 megabytes. And we also have one more rule, which is and the request dot resource dot content type dot matches, and then we have the match, which is only images. So image slash dot asterisk, only image files are allowed to be uploaded. So like that. I hope that made sense. Everything seems good, and you know, it's ready to be published. So content type matches, image, and you know, so let's publish this. Now this is gonna take some time. Published changes can take up to a few minutes. So we're just gonna wait until all of this is done. Once it's done, you're gonna have access to this cloud storage where you could actually upload your images, and it's gonna be really cool. So let's go back to our VS Code here, and what I'm gonna do is create a state for the file. So you know, the file that needs to be uploaded. So we're gonna go up on the top, and we're gonna create a file state. So let's go here, and I'm gonna call a state which is gonna be called const file, and we're gonna say set file, and we're gonna have use state is equal to use state, and then by default this file would be undefined because there's not gonna be any file uploaded, right? So this is the file. Of course, you need use state here, so you could just import use state from React as well, use state. Okay, so now we have this state defined. We have to go to the input, which was the file type, so which is right here. Okay, and in here we could just exactly put on change. So I'll put on change in here, and we'll just get only the first image. So let's go here, and I'll say on change, and for the on change we'll have the event, and it's gonna go and set the file for every event that this input. It will set the file to the first image that's been uploaded. So files sub 0 subscript like that. Okay, so that's great. Type is file, image, accept is image, and we have slash asterisk, and then we have references, file reference, and hidden. That's good. And now we just format document again. Okay, now it looks much better. And we have it look pretty good. Now you can see that the type is file, and we now just need to make a use effect to see if we can upload that image once this state is changed, because we basically fed the state here. We fed the state to the the file you upload. You could actually put a use effect to manage all of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and create our use effect. So the use effect will be somewhere over here. Okay, and we'll say use effect, and we'll have like this. I'll say if the file actually exists now, right? Now you want to upload it. So we'll have a function which is going to be called handle file upload. We'll call that function and we'll pass the file to it. I would say we'll upload it there. So, and it's always going to determine the change in the state of file. All right. So whenever there's a change in the file state, this is going to be, checking all of that condition. So this is the use effect. It's always going to be checking if the file state changes, and the file state is always going to change once you click on that image field, and it's going to trigger all of that. Okay, so it seems like security rules that control access. All right, I think it's still being there or something, but let's go back. I mean, this rules are there. I mean, nothing changed about the rules because now this is there. So I believe now we have access and we could upload images now. So let's go back here and let's create our constant const file handle upload, and we have this function which is gonna get the file. We're not just gonna put the async right now, but file, and what we're gonna do with the file is we want to upload it. So the way we could upload this file is, first of all, we're gonna actually get storage. Okay, so we're gonna say is const storage and equal to get storage, and this is going to get the storage. All right, of course this is not defined, and I would recommend defining this. So you'll see that this is from Firebase storage. So I'll go up here and I'll import it. So import get storage. You can see it's automatically ref and upload bytes resumable. Right now we're not gonna, we're gonna do that later on, but right now let's have get storage, and we have from, and we'll have Firebase /storage. All right, that looks good. Now let's go back in here, and we are able to get the storage right here. And we actually need to put in one thing inside this storage. Like, we are gonna now try to access the storage from Firebase, but we have to put the application here. Where is this application coming from? Remember that Firebase.js file that we created? This one? This is the file that has our configurations, and we want to tell the Firebase that, hey, this is the location that I'm talking about. Okay, this is the Firebase that I'm talking about. The storage part. So I have to pass in that app in there. Remember, we exported it before. Over here you can see export const app. That's how we could access it, but we have to put that import on the top. To put that import on the top, it's pretty simple, and just say import app. We'll say app, and we'll say from Firebase, like that, .. Firebase. Now you have the app access as well, and now it's going to go really easy. We want to upload the file, so we have to give it a name. So we'll say const file name, and essentially you could just have it with the same name that it exists, but you want to make sure that it's unique, since you could actually upload multiple times the same image, and you don't want that error. So to prevent that error, you could have a date set to the file name. So but a get time, so new date dot get time, and every time you upload an image, you will append the time with it. So this is going to make sure it's always going to be unique. So file name, and after that we have the file storage reference, and then that's storage reference. So storage reference, and we could have the reference as, now this also we have to import, and it's saying like, what are the two things that you need? So essentially we need the storage which is coming from here. And we need to upload what? We have to tell that we have to upload the file name, that one. So this is gonna make sure that this is stored in our Firebase. But of course you need to import this as well, storage reference. So let's upload it, import it from here. So get storage, and we say import storage reference. Okay, I think I didn't type it properly. Storage ref, like that. Storage. Why isn't it? Okay, so right now this is not the thing, because storage, I guess storage reference is just a variable. That's why it's not a thing. The thing that actually exists is reference. That's what I wanted. So reference, like that. And this is triggered up perfectly. Now the last thing we want is upload task. So upload task is equal to, we have upload, now we want upload bytes resumable. Now this thing is that it's going to track the percentage of how it's uploaded, and I'm going to make sure that the storage reference is there. And I'm also going to make sure that the file, that the state of the file is also passed here. So let's just put that there as well. Now you could see that this upload bytes resumable is also being imported from here. So things are going great, and we can now upload task on, and this is where we have to check, is the state changed? All right, and we also have to get a snapshot. And we're gonna get the snapshot of the file. So let's see over here, and essentially we could get the progress of the file, and that is snapshot bytes transferred. So like, suppose out of 2 MB, suppose 10 KB has been transferred. So slash bytes total, which is 2 MB, multiplied by 100 is going to give us the percentage. So this is how we're going to get the percentage. So that's a really nice way to do it. After that, we could say, we could actually put a state here. So what I'm asking is that we need to put a state here. And to put this state, we could have a file percentage state. So we're going to go up here, and over here we're going to say const file, and then we have file percent, and we have set file percent, and we have use state, and that state is set to 0. So first of all, it's the state for the file percentage would be 0, and it would be just automatically adding up again and again. Okay, so now it looks good, and you could essentially put that here where the function was, which is right here. So yeah, so yeah, right here. So we have the function is called handle file upload, right? And in here, all you got to do is progress and set file percent to the progress. All right, so we'll say set file percentage, and we'll say progress. But one the thing is, it's not going to be in a whole number. It's going to be in decimals. So you could make it in decimals by, you could make it in a whole number by using math.round and then put the progress within it. Okay, great. Now this is there. We also have an error state, and if an error does exist somehow, we'll have to, fix that case as well. So this is actually gonna come from that use selector that we added before. So let me go up here. So remember that this one. So we have current user, and we had image. I mean, we had a current user, we had loading, and we had error. If you're not sure, I would recommend checking out the old videos, because this is a React Redux, and you could see that in the React Redux, I'll just open it up so that you could see it. In the user slice, you have these states. Okay, initial state, current user, error, and loading. All right. So essentially this is not like really important, but I'm just adding it for my case. But you could do it without it. It's not gonna be a big deal. So error, it's saying like whenever an error happens, I'm just handling error cases. So set file upload. Okay, set file upload error to error. Now this is also another state that we have to make, and this is gonna cater the errors that might exist when trying to upload the file. And that's also a state we could actually put on top here, right here. So const, we'll say file upload error and set file upload error, and the use state, in the beginning the error would be false. Okay, and now that is there, the error is being handled perfectly as well. Now the next thing after this is actually getting the upload there. So this is the function where we're gonna say is get download URL. So get download URL. This is also coming from Firebase storage. So you can see over here, get download URL coming from Firebase/storage. Over here, we're gonna have to upload the task. So upload task dot snapshot dot reference dot ref dot then, and we have download URL. Okay, so we have download URL, and then we have it's set to set form data, and this is where we have to actually create another state for the form, since that if we go to the React application right now, there's just problems going on because I didn't close anything. But the thing is that we have to collect all of the data in a state. So we'll call it set form data. All right, and we'll put that right now. So all the form that exists before, all right, this is generally like username, password, or all of that. So all of the data that exists before, as well as the new avatar that you added. So avatar/download URL. That's just going to be there. And this is going to be, closed. Yeah. So it's going to be there. What I believe is that this one didn't close. This didn't close. It did close. I believe like maybe over here, it should have closed like this. Okay. No. Okay, I guess we didn't need this. Yeah. So now it closed it. But at the moment, let me get form data, set form data. I'm going to have this form data as well. So we're going to go up on the top, and we're going to create a state over here, const, and this is going to be called form data, and set form data. And this is going to be a use state again. And initially, the form data could be an empty object, and it's going to contain all the list fields. Remember, like I mentioned, I hope like nothing appears to be an issue, so that I could actually show what's happening. So let's see. Still, there are some concerns like reference use effect is not defined. So let's just define that over here on the top, use state, and then we could have use effect. Save, go back. Now, it's back. I mean, that was the only issue, I guess. Okay, great. So now you can see that, remember these other input fields, I want them to be stored in a form data state. So this, all are going to be preserved. And whenever I say update, this submit button should change to update. And then this, the image that I upload here, like suppose like this shirt I'm putting right now, there's an issue that says invalid hook calls. Hook can only be called inside of the body of the function. So we have to say, you have to fix this up. It says invalid hook call. Hooks can only be called inside of the body of a function component. This could happen for one of the following reasons. You might have mismatching versions of React and the renderer, such as okay. So let's see where this issue is coming from. It says the above error occurred in the profile component. Okay, it occurred there, but it's saying invalid hook call. Hooks can only be assigned inside of the body of the function component. Maybe it's a bit related to the upload part, so let's just fix that up. Don't worry at all on that. So over here we have handle file upload, and it's I guess it's not completely done. So so right after that, you know, we have this, which is the closing bracket of get download URL. After that we have this, which is the closing for the, you know, function. And after that we have this, which is closing for the state on upload dot, you know, upload task dot on. And then after that we have this one, which is the closing for the entire function, which is handle file upload. I assume that there's something missing here. So handle change, and we have so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the bottom. Is there a handle change defined? Essentially not, because I'm not uploading anything. But at the meantime, you could actually have the set file upload, and you could see that clicked. So we want that call to be happened. So on change, e set file, e.target.value files, and we have type file ref, we have file ref, and then we have hidden. So let me just put these two on the top. So right here, and alt up like that. Okay, so after that we have accept image, and then we have image file ref dot current dot click, and we have source current. Okay. Now one last thing is that this is the current user dot avatar that exists from my Redux, right? Old one. But if the new comes form data, we just say form data dot. And now you could see that we have a lot of things, but the thing that we want to say is the avatar, the new avatar that appears will be existing here, like that. So either the new one or the old one. So it just could be displayed properly. So we have that, and we have the class name. I mean, everything should work now. So essentially this is their file upload, set file percentage, and file upload error. And now okay, so essentially it's not being handled on the proper end. So over here we can see file percentage and file upload error. We'll look at file percentage. File percentage. If you look at file percentage here, set file, you know, file percentage. So most probably now we'll have to go down to the image tag. So you could see over here we have the form, the input. The thing is that reference form data is not defined. Okay, we're not getting form data now. Let's see what's happening. What is it? Form data. Let's see up here. Okay, that I guess that state is not defined. So let's just define that state here as well. And it is defined here. What is this, man? Oh my god. I added it in the wrong place. I added it inside file handle upload. Why am I making this mistake? All of these states, file percentage, file upload error, and file form data, are not supposed to be inside of this function. And they should be uploaded, they should be created right here. That's why the error was happening. Okay, so now that these states are there, and this is the use effect, this is the handle, and now it shouldn't give us the issues. Okay, so now we have this cleared. Try to upload an image of, let's suppose, this guy. Okay, this console is not appearing, and it should have some text over here. You will see now the image has been uploaded. Crazy. But the thing is, the text has to be appearing over here, like the percentage of how fast the image is being uploaded. And also it has to say image uploaded successfully or any error prompt. So that's only the thing. Let's go under this image and put a paragraph text over here. That's what I'm thinking. So let's go over here. Under the image, which is right here, let's put a paragraph text. So that paragraph tag, like this, and in this paragraph tag, you'd have the file upload, the file upload error. The state is being triggered. You could see over here that this, it said if it was a file upload error, it exists. But right at the moment, it's false. But if it's true, we call this one. So file upload error, and we'll, say if that exists somehow, all right, what we'll say is that we'll put a span tag here. And for the span tag, we'll just say some text that says error image upload. Okay, and then we say okay. So we have error image upload, and then we have image must be less than 2 MB. This is the reason for the error. And now, suppose that error wasn't there. It's okay. Now let's go for the next case. And that's the case when, suppose the, suppose the file percentage was greater than 0 and the file percentage was less than 100. Then what you want to do here is you want to actually put a span tag, and this span tag would have the backticks and saying uploading, like that. But it would have this option for $, and inside here we're gonna put the file percentage, which is being changed periodically, and we'll put the percentage here right there. So this should show the percentages, and after that we have another colon, and here we have if the file percentage is suppose 100. If the file percentage is 100, it's complete. You don't want it to just show 100, or you could just have it just say span. Okay, and we'll say image. Okay, that's not good. We'll say span, and in here we'll say image successfully uploaded. Okay, so that's great. That's good. But the thing is, now if somehow nothing else happens, or by default we'll just have it a blank like that. So this is our extra things that we had to put in here. Of course, there's a lot of concerns, like suppose, like, check this out, we have image uploaded successfully, but the thing that can is gonna be something that we have to see is that we have to just put a little bit of styling. First, I don't want it like this, I want it in the center. So put the paragraph over here and just put a class name here, and the class name could be text-sm, which is small. Okay, and then I would have self centered. Okay, we'll have self-centered, meaning all the text would be in the center. So now you can see 11 and then image uploaded successfully. It looks really cool. Now what we want is the span. So over here we have this file error, right? We'll put in a class name as red. So we'll say text hyphen red hyphen 100. This is 700. Let's give, and this is going to give for those errors that are in 700, but right at the moment it's just doing all of the process whenever I save. Other than that, if you want to give uploading text, just make it a little darker in text. So over here you could just put a span when it's like in between 0 and 100. You could say class name, and you could say text slate, which is black, and 700, and this is just going to make it a little bit darker, a little good to see. And the last thing is when it's successful, you could put a span tag, class name here as well. And the last thing what you could do is you could just make this text green. So text green, and then we'll say 700. Okay, so now this is gonna look really nice. So that's the image successfully added. And this should be uploaded within our storage here. So let me just save, refresh this, and you'll see one.ping. The name, or maybe the date now. Oh my god, so many times we've uploaded the image and it's been changed with the time that we have. And you can see this is the shirt, this is the person, and I guess the most last modified yeah. So there's a couple of images that have been uploaded, but you could see that these images are being uploaded from our front end client, which is exceptional, super cool. And the next thing is that we want to put these as a state. So if I look and if I put it on the right, so this is a complete form, this whole thing, image, this 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let me show you where they are. This input, this one, this one, right? This password, this button. Instead of submit, we'll say update because we want to change this. Okay, and this is an entire form. You see this form? This form is coming from here. So we have this input field and all this stuff, this picture. Okay, so this form has to be updated. So we preserve the states. So essentially what I wanted when I did was I added a state which is called form data right here, and it's an empty object. This form data is now we're going to try to do in the next part is we're going to handle all this change. So this and the image, and we're going to put in this object, and then once all of this is new, we'll save and give it to the database so that it could store the updated version of it. And